Hey, it's Finn. The Nintendo Wii really was something, wasn't it? The only console could turn your nan's arthritis into a twirling hand at bowling. Everyone wanted one. It was the talk of the town. And when I say everyone, I mean everyone. Even the competition. While Sony did give it a try with the PlayStation Move, it's Microsoft's effort I'd like to look at with the Kinect. The system with no controller. You are the controller. The system that turned Rareware into a motion madness company. While Kinect Adventures was the packing title for the Kinect, I think comparing Kinect Sports is the best shout to see how they did at fighting the boss of the industry. So, if you'll please give me some time to go reorganise the entire living room as I introduce you to Kinect Sports. Jumping straight into the game, we say our sports of choice, and I say we go through them one at a time and see what we think. Starting with football, I went through the motion control stages of grief with this one. I started it and thought, hey, this is really fun, and genuinely something I don't think would have worked on the Wii. But then, suddenly I felt the clunk. I could only do half-assed movements and still block the ball. I barely moved my legs to score, so very quickly I found myself 7-0 up. The game had very quickly lost its charm. So, moving on. Bowling was the quintessential sport of Wii Sports, so let's see how Xbox did. It's fine. It's just bowling at the end of the day. But it doesn't feel as good as the Wii alternative, and it's due to the most obvious thing ever. Not holding the Wiimote makes it feel like I'm not holding anything, because obviously I'm not. But it really takes away from the immersion of playing a sport like this, and kinda made it a bit off-putting. Next up, we got track and field, which is so far the most interesting one we played. It's broken up into several smaller sports inside of one big sport. We start off with sprinting, which works really well with the Kinect, but considering the fact that I set a world record on my first run, I think it might be a bit broken. Then we had javelin, which I think is a tiny bit clunky, but I can imagine that playing this sport in a group would be kind of funny, just with the shenanigans going on. Next, we had long jump. This actually looked really well, and was enjoyable. The only issue I had was trying not to fling myself into my TV at 40 miles an hour. Now we got discus, which I think is okay. It seems to track it well enough. I spent more time trying not to karate chop the picks off the walls trying to throw the discus, but it's okay. Finally we finished it off with hurdles. This didn't work at all, as I ran straight into 2 hurdles and still set a world record. So either this game is asset detecting jumping, or Olympic athletes really need to start barging down the hurdles where they stand. Anyway, on to the next sport. Next, we had boxing. This is a somewhat fun one. I can actually see it's been really fun in co-op play. The Kinect has a really good sense of tracking for where you are physically, so the hits do feel like they are connecting. But the issue the Kinect does have is it's not good at determining force. So I would go for powerful swings, and occasionally it still feel like I'm hitting them with a wet noodle. The next sport was volleyball, and here's a thing I did not think I'd be saying. I loved this. The Kinect can read the movement really well. This felt like a sport that the Wii would struggle to do, which is exactly what I think the Kinect should be going for. I found the game to be not too easy, like it wasn't a cakewalk like football, and I gotta say, I could see it being a hell of a workout on the higher difficulties or against other players. I really hope this quality stays. Our last sport is table tennis. Let's get the obvious out of the way. This doesn't feel right without physically holding anything, just like with bowling. A swing just doesn't feel the same. I also have to say, I live in a house and not a stadium, so I don't have the space to be jumping left and right to hit the ball. So the immersion is just lost for me, which in general just makes this sport really boring to play through. But just because we're done with sports, doesn't mean the fun has to stop yet. This game also has some minigames we can check out, so let's go through them one by one and give a rapid fire opinion. One ball has use one ball in order to attempt to hit several pins. It's okay but suffers from the same issues as normal bowling. Pin Rush has us try to knock down as many pins as we can in a set amount of time. This very quickly turned into me doing the windmill technique with no actual plan. Super Saver gave me flashbacks to Harry Potter and Kinect, as it used my body to stop balls from going into the net, just like in that stupid Quidditch minigame. A very simple concept, but highly boring at the same time. Target Kick has you kicking balls at a man, but this minigame is pretty good. It's simple, but it's a good time waster and kind of what I think the last minigame was going for. Paddle Panic. It answers the question of why it's like to dual wield paddles and has us fight off an army of balls coming our way. It's significantly better than table tennis due to actually being a funny concept. Rally Tally is a game about trying to keep a rally going for as long as possible, also known as table tennis without the scoring, so it suffers the same issues as the standard sport version. Body Ball is Twister, Volleyball Edition. It's great fun where you have to use the correct body part as matches on screen to hit the balls coming at different speeds. The best minigame so far, cementing that volleyball is the GOAT of this game. Bump Bash basically adds dodgeball as a sport to this game, and for that I have to give it respect. It had me dancing around the living room dodging fictional objects, which means it must be good. With that, we're done with both the main sports and the minigames, so that means we're done with the game in general. I sadly wasn't able to cover the Xbox Live side of this game. I genuinely wonder what playing this game online was like. Was it fun? Or was it simply just a laggy mess? If I had to guess, I'd go with the latter. But how was the game? Did it stand up to Nintendo's offerings? Well, the game's interesting? The game has some good ideas, but lots of them are just poorly executed, like football or table tennis. Then it has moments of pure gold, like the volleyball. Overall, I'd say it's about the same, or slightly worse than Wii Sports. Yeah, I know it's a bit of a boring conclusion to come to, but that's just how it is. But this game, just like Wii Sports, did receive a sequel. So if you'd like to see a head-to-head battle between those two and see if it improved, just let me know. I'd love to cover it for you guys if you wanted me to. Speaking of love though, I love you for watching this video. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, why not subscribe or check out one of my other videos. Have a good day. Bye. And in credit, in one of my videos, as I'm sure regular subscribers know, this isn't a very common occurrence, and by that I mean this is the first one. As you can tell, I'm speaking with no script, but at the time of recording this video, the 1 year anniversary of my channel has just come up, and I just really wanted to add this at the end to say thank you so much to the people who have supported me through this time. I love all of you. I appreciate that you've sat down and watched my videos, and I really hope that we can continue in the future to grow together. I really hope that you will support me further on this journey. I love you guys so much. As you can tell, I don't have a script, but if you liked this video, obviously please let me know, and if you've got any ideas for future videos, also let me know. Have a good day again, guys. Bye!